this guy, that's Tristan Fahrenbach. It's Tristan. Don't call him by his last name. Tristan is he's. What are you doing? You're doing something with a farmer's market in the downtown.
Yeah.
What's your title? If
My
we're going to be official,
title
yeah.
is one of the two vendor recruiters.
So you're a vendor recruiter,
Yep.
but you're doing a lot of other stuff to make sure that this year's farmers market happens and happens successfully for 21 weeks.
Yes, that's right.
Now, why would anybody want a market downtown?
Well, I think that one of the best things about it is that it brings a lot of people into the downtown, especially on Saturdays, where historically there hadn't been so many people coming into the core.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the greatest things. Gives people who live here the opportunity to buy fresh produce right at their doorstep without having to, drive anywhere or get in the car. So we think that's pretty cool.
Now, let's for people who did not experience the downtown market last year, let's really spell it out. Where is it located, and when can people expect to have this thing open, and when can they come and buy some food?
The market takes place at the old bus depot.
The old bus depot, yes. Between Chatham and Pitt?
It's between University and Chatham.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Officially, it's 44 University Avenue East. That's the front of the old bus station.
44 University East.
Yeah. And it's going to open up on Saturday, June 12th. And
so
it's going to run every Saturday until the end of October.
Now, it's going to run every Saturday starting on the 12th. Fine. That, when you describe the frontage, it's that you're talking about where United Grill is and the Greyhound bus, the old Greyhound bus station logo was.
That's right.
But ultimately, the other face, the face on Pitt Street, Chatham, sorry, man, I should know downtown by now. The Chatham face is it's large.
That's right.
That's that's the end of the lot where you have a musician playing a lot of the time.
Yeah, there'll be musicians playing. All of the vendors tend to be put sort of underneath the canopy where the buses used to line up.
Yeah.
And we've got them lined up against the wall next to Jake's Joint, and then going into the parking lot on the other side.
How many vendors are there going to be this year? Because I know that it goes up and down as the season happens.
Yeah, it depends what's in season, when people are available.
Yeah.
We started with about 15 on opening day last year, and we'll start with 30 this year.
Come on.
And
you're doubling your starting amount.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
No, I would hope that we'll stay around that number for most of the season, but it'll depend what's in season and who's available.
Well, and so as the traffic goes by, how do you decide on who to ask to come down there? Like, do you want people selling more than just food? And like, I understand you said even there's a fish seller coming this year. There's going to be someone selling frozen beef. So that's new from last year, I recall, because it was a lot of vegetables and some local food producers were selling their products. But there's more than just that. Wasn't there soap last year at some point too?
Yeah, first and foremost, we're focused on getting farmers from Essex County.
Yeah.
Everybody you see there who's selling things grows the majority of what they sell. And that's always been the focus of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of its distinguishing features. But like you say, we've had people who make handmade soaps, people who do artwork, photography. There'll be musicians busking. There'll be tie-ins to other events and things going on downtown.
Yes.
Like the Elvis Fest. So we start with the farmers, and then we go from there.
So are you excited about this year? Because I think you're riding a wave of at least awareness out of last year into this year. Is there anything you're particularly excited about or interested in for this year's thrust into the fresh food, locavore movement, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I think we're certainly glad that we got started last year because we learned a lot, and I think we were just getting into it when that interest was starting to build.
Yeah.
And I think it's really entrenched now. So what I'm excited about the most is growth.
Yes.
Incremental growth. Seeing the farmers come back from last year.
Yeah.
And I think one of the most amazing things is that how they're starting to develop relationships with customers who know them by name. They know the customers by name. So they're starting to figure out what people want, and we found that to be pretty amazing, because what we're doing is kind of creating a very small community in the midst of a big city, and I think that's one of the real charms of the thing.
So anybody living anywhere in the city is fully capable of coming downtown.
Absolutely.
I know I came down, I guess,
Multiple
every
times.
other week or something, but
Yeah.
parking, people worry about, but there's tons of
Not a
parking.
problem.
I don't think I parked more than 100 feet
Yeah, well,
from the opening, from the entrance.
we're lucky because we're right across the street from the Goyo and Chatham parking garage.
Yes.
So if people just want to come for an hour, they park there, park for free. They can have a great market experience in that time and not pay a cent on parking. And the parking garage is pretty empty on Saturdays, so it's not an
Especially
issue
in
at
the
all.
morning,
Yeah,
like at 8 o'clock
yeah. It's not much.
or
going
at
on.
10 o'clock. It's pretty good. Again, I went last year and was excited about the number of vendors last year. So this year it's probably going to blow my mind, and anybody who comes for the first time probably won't believe that it's happening in this vacant space,
Yeah.
or the space that they've seen all winter be nothing, just be
Yeah.
an empty parking lot kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a nice use of a historic building that, in its day was a beautiful example of streamlined, modern, Art Deco
Yeah.
style architecture. So ultimately, it's a building that's worth saving. The future of the site's uncertain right now,
Yep.
but